Hey there, crypto family. Welcome back to another video where I'm bringing you that daily crypto news. Today's article is on governments are likely to wage war on you owning your own money. So buy your Bitcoin now. So, oh yeah, that's so true. But it looks like billionaire economist and Bitcoin exponent Simon Dixon is continuing to warn people about the evils of the debt based Ponzi scheme that is our fiat monetary system and is attempting to educate people on why sound money with limited supply, such as Bitcoin, is a good idea in order to get on the right side of what is to come. Simon Dixon has been exposing the financial system for what is over the last several years now. He was the first to recognize the potential of Bitcoin and to write a book about it. He is now an extremely successful businessman, but continues to give his advice freely in an attempt to make people aware of what is really going on. In a video yesterday on his YouTube channel, he talked about the current fiat monetary system and he explained how more debt is forcing central banks to print more. The money supply would always have to increase because money is debt. There is more debt than money, therefore, follow the money. You would always have to rehypothecate, and therefore, there is only one result of this. You have to print more and more money in order to service a debt because it is by definition a Ponzi scheme, or you have had to find a way to deleveraging, which is the central bank's digital currency. That's what's to come. But Dixon uses the current situation of the war in Ukraine to ask the question, who benefits from the war? And his answer to this is the central banks. He believes that war is funded by central banks and that they have the origin in this purpose. He highlights that the central banks are supposedly there to create financial stability, control inflation, and regulate markets in order to support a robust and stable financial system. On the results of these central banks, he says, the worst track record in history. If that was your job, that they've created more boom and bust, they've created more intervention, and they've created less stability. They've created the world's largest regulated Ponzi scheme, and they're going to be depicted as the saviors of it all when they launch a central bank digital currency. He believes that the banks will now be cast as the scapegoats for the Ponzi scheme and that the CBDCs will be launched in order for people to jump ship from the banks and start using central bank digital currencies instead. Governments will see the CBDCs as more sustainable given that they won't be backed by debt. However, when opting into the central bank controlled wallets, people will be opting out of freedoms, privacies, the right to own their money and spend it how they want. He thinks that the current sweeping sanctions on ordinary people are destroying innocent people's lives by taking their savings and by preventing their ability to raise themselves out of poverty. And this just in order to hurt the few people in power at the top. Dixon sums it up by saying, weapons of mass destruction being combated by financial weapons of mass destruction equal more and more harm to more and more people. And that's the cold, hard reality of the situation. Digital hard sound money is what Dixon's espouses, and he says that when you are caught in the middle of the geopolitics, you need to be prepared for inflation, deflation, economic growth, economic decline, sanctions, bank failures, bank seizures, financial crises, the removal of privacies and freedoms through the use of CBDCs and everything that follows from that. So yeah, he is right by there. By that with CBDCs, you're giving up your freedoms, you're right on how to spend your money. And yeah, our current money system right now, it's created by debt. Why do you think banks loan out money? That's how they make new money. That was a good education lesson from Robert Kiyosaki of the Rich Dad Poor Dad series. And he teaches how to use debt to your advantage because there's good and bad debt. But he also talks about what is debt, and that's just it creates money. That's how it works. And the US has the most debt out there right now, and they're going to need some way to fix their current fiat system, and they're going to come out with CBDCs. And once they do that, again, your privacy is gone. They can literally track everything you do, they can tell you how to spend it, and they're not going to want you to get out of poverty. So yeah, so good article. And I like how the title says buy your Bitcoin now, but also be in control of your Bitcoin. Get a non-custodial wallet, get a Ballet wallet, get a Treasure wallet, get a Ledger, download the Exodus, download the Divi wallet. Just get your coins off any exchanges and be in full control. So, guys, that is that article for you. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button to help spread the algorithm and subscribe to the channel. So, until next time, the Crypto Sherpa is out.